IAS, IPS, IES. Who is the most powerful one?
Most of my friends, they prepared for this civil services examination and they've resigned from the service.
This is IES Officer Romit Sharma, the man who got UPSC ESE AIR 1 in his very first ESE attempt and currently an Assistant Director at Central Electricity Authority. In this video, Sir opens up his power as UPSC AIR 1 officer. Now you have recently joined. What is the current salary of IES officers?
See, to be frank,
Salary, UPSC ESE AIR 1, allowances, what that will be. Allowances, and most importantly,
and I'm telling you, Rahuram, I have met many officers. What I have found, there is a similarity. Most of them, the element of frustration is there.
Dark side in the life as an IES officer. Hi, by the way, if you're new here, I'm Rahuram Chanthrakumar and MTech Alumni of IIT Madras. Without wasting any time, let's get started. So, hi sir, how are you?
Hi Rahuram, how are you doing?
Yeah, sir, I'm doing good. So it was great connecting with you. I was so happy. Thank you for joining this podcast, sir.
No issues, no issues.
Now you are actually very much passionate about doing the engineering projects which are very practical. Give one example of a project that an IAS officers will handle.
Rahuram, I can tell only about my department. So see, there are large number of thermal power plants present in our country which are basically run by different PSUs, जैसे कि NTPC. So we have a different PSUs that are running these power plants. So we basically ask for data from these power plants, ki how the power plant is working, whether it is working at its full capacity, what is the fuel that you are using, the startup fuel that you are using. So all these data we basically collect, then we analyze whether it is justified. If NTPC is asking us for funds from the central government, ki we require funds ताकि हमारा fuel वगैरह we for procurement of fuel, तो whether it is justified or not. So we are basically this analysis wing. We carry out these analysis. We are not going on the ground and running the power plant. That is the task of the PSUs. So we will be asking for the data. We will be analyzing whether they are staying true to their words. And we are basically acting as a liaison between these PSUs who are running the power plants and between the government of India.
Now you have become IAS officer, like you are UPSC ESE, all the rank 1. How usually, what's your day in life will be like? When does the job start? When it will get over?
There is not something exceptional associated with the life of an IAS officer. That is also a very normal thing. The office hours are basically 9:30 to 6, 5 days a week. This is a basically job profile. There has been not much change in the lifestyle. Earlier I was preparing for the exam. Now to prepare for the meetings, you have to prepare for the work that is coming in the office. And besides this, you also require some time to pursue your hobbies and all these.
Now coming up next, Romit sir will reveal his salary, the allowances he is getting and his power as an IAS officer. And if you are looking for a quality GATE and ESE coaching at an affordable cost, I would recommend GATE Wallah, as their courses are one of the most loved ones by the students and their faculty team is one of the best. And they have their courses in English and Hindi. Currently there is a limited time huge discount is going on in all of their courses. Do check it out. Also you will get additional 500 rupees off on all batches if you use code RAGU500. Batch details: Super 1500 GATE 25 batch English 1500 rupees. GATE 25 test series 1000. Parakram GATE 26 batch English 7200. Shreshth GATE 27 batch English 9400. Parakram 2026 ESE plus GATE plus PSU 15999. Shreshth ESE plus GATE 2027 batch C 19800. Parakram GATE 26 plus PSUs plus PSU Operation CS and IT 15999. Shreshth GATE 27 PSUs plus PSU Operation Batch C CS and IT 19800. Now experience infinite learning with Batch Infinity from PW, offering GATE Kasana PYQ books and more. Now let's get back to the video. Now you have recently joined. What is the current salary of the IAS officers?
See, to be frank, yesterday I got to know about all this salary structure. So the Group A officers go into the level 10 pay matrix according to the 7th pay commission. So it comes slightly more than the 1 lakh a month. As per with this inflation and dearness allowance, the government takes care of each and every officer. So that is not a immaterial thing, nothing to worry about on that.
I have heard from some of my friends that there will be allowances. So what is the allowances that you will be getting as an IAS officer? UPSC ESE AIR 1 allowances, what that will be?
As I went through the payslip, so it was mentioned there is a transport allowance, there is accommodation allowance, then we have a dearness allowance. So if you go to any field visit, then also accommodation and traveling, these things are taken care of. So there are a lot many things. The CGHS, there is something related to hospital. You basically get a reimbursement for getting treatment at any of the private hospitals that is empaneled with the central government.
Also, like, is it that you will be getting home from the government for your accommodation?
So, Rahuram, see, the facility of accommodation and traveling is provided to each and every officer. But in particular case of Delhi, there is a very large number of officers that are present in the capital region. So, there is a shortage of houses. So, only thing is you have to get your own accommodation for the duration till the time you get the government accommodation. So, you have to manage for a certain duration of time.
This accommodation that you will be getting from government, what that will be like? Is it like a 2 BHK house or like 3 BHK house?
You see, I do not have much details, but as was mentioned in the forms and all that, so we will be getting something of the type 4 quarters, that is 3 or 3.5 BHKs. Then it moves progressively.
Also, like, will the government will also provide vehicle to the IES officers?
See, Rahuram, vehicle is provided only when you are going to the field visit. Rest in most of the departments of the engineering services, the work is related at the office level only. But however, when you will be going to different states for a field visit, you will be provided with accommodation, vehicle, both.
Now, sir, like, we generally don't know IAS, IPS, IES. Who is the most powerful one? I mean, like, we don't know.
See, I understand, Rahuram. Your question is very valid. When people prepare for these examinations, they prepare keeping in mind the celebrity status that they will be getting after the exam. They do not know about the services in detail. Most of my friends, they prepared for this civil services examination and they have resigned from the service because earlier they prepared keeping in mind the glamour associated with the service. But once they got into the service, they started to know what is basically happening in the service. Most of them have resigned from the service. Some of them have been running their own startups. Some shifted to higher studies in abroad. So what is basically shown to you, what is glamorized, so that is not the reality. The life of any officer is very different from what is shown in these movies and all the TV series. For getting a greater exposure, you can talk to any IPS or IES officer. He will give you a very clear picture of what is happening at the grassroots level. And I'm telling you, Rahuram, I have met many officers. What I have found, there is a similarity. Most of them, the element of frustration is there. Hands are tied, they cannot do much. So when you prepare for these examinations, civil services, engineering, focus the type of service that you want to get into and be ready to face the challenges also. It should not be like that I'm preparing for the exam because the exams have been glamorized so much I will be getting so much celebrity, every media channel will come to me. So this should not be the motivation to prepare for these examinations. You must have an idea what you are getting into. The life of a particular officer, you must know beforehand, before preparing for these examinations. And regarding your question, who is more powerful? See, again, that is also unnecessary media hype that is created to basically extract money from the aspirants, to create this basically supply of the students. More and more people will prepare for the examinations. Regarding the power, that is between two services, there is not much. Entire services are completely different. They do not work under anyone. They work with one.
Now, sir is gold medalist in his bachelor's when he graduated in 2014. And 9 years later, he achieved his dream. What did Sir do in those 9 years? Sir is not from a wealthy family background. His family is just like most of us. To pursue his dream of contributing to the nation, Sir has prepared for UPSC right after he finishes his college. He appeared for civil services in 2015 but no success. The following years, he tried and appeared till 2018 but no success. Took a break from his preparation for some time and decided to start all over again, but this time in UPSC ESE exam along with GATE. And in his very first ever ESE attempt, Sir secured All India Rank 1 and GATE AIR 299. When I was hearing Sir's journey, I realized any worthwhile achievements in life, to get it, there will be a lot of challenges, dark days, and to overcome it, a person have to have high levels of patience and perseverance. Imagine if Sir decides it's all over after his attempts in civil services exam, then he won't be the person who is right now. Secondly, what I realized is just because one can't able to achieve in a pursuit, that doesn't mean he's a failure in life. There is always some greater opportunity for everyone in life. If we persevere and if we give our best, definitely we will end up in somewhere that we must be proud of. And that's where miracles happen. And this is not the end of this video, rather it's a beginning. Sir also reveals his complete preparation strategy and daily routine that helps him get ESE AIR 1 in his very first attempt which will be posted in the upcoming video. So do subscribe, and if you are serious in cracking ESER gate, then one trait that is present in all AR1 rankers is discipline. And scientifically, any person can create a killer discipline if they take scientific steps to build it. And it's easy as well. And the first step, I believe, is waking up early and make complete use of the mornings. Check out this video where I have shared scientific evidences to trick your brain to wake up early every day. Stay driven.
Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time